The Bay Area is in the national spotlight as President Biden spends the evening at local fundraising events. ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Fawn is live at Marina Green, where the president arrived by helicopter not too long ago. Suzanne?
So, Dan, there were hundreds of people here hoping to catch a glimpse of the president at the Marina Green. Now, he took off shortly afterward. Now, here's a closer look at the president's motorcade arriving at the Getty home. About half an hour ago, the president got there for a private fundraiser in Pacific Heights. Now, today we heard from a number of people about President Biden's visit.
Something definitely exciting happening.
At Marina Green, lots of barricades and security, and people eager for President Joe Biden's arrival.
Because I've never met a president before, so seeing one up close is kind of cool.
The president attends 2 fundraisers in San Francisco, including a reception at the Gordon Getty family home. U.S. Representative Nancy Pelosi, the former House Speaker, is expected to be there.
It's smart of him to come here where people are wanting to see him.
President Biden counting on Bay Area supporters to boost his campaign chest.
We are the ATM for the political world, and there's a lot of folks here with a lot of money who are interested in politics.
The March primary is just around the corner. President Biden reportedly has $130 million in the campaign chest, while the GOP frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, has about $36 million. And mounting legal bills have been a drain on his campaign funds.
It's often the case in politics that the candidate with more money wins, but it's not always the case. And we've seen that on both sides of the aisle and in presidential campaigns. So it's an indication of some enthusiasm for the Biden campaign, but it's not necessarily a sign that Trump's in trouble.
And tonight, as the president attends a pair of fundraisers, there are protesters hoping that their voices will be heard. Here's a closer look. Well, it's a live picture now of pro-Palestinian demonstrators gathering at the Alta Plaza Park in San Francisco. They're hoping to get Mr. Biden's attention. Protesters are calling for a ceasefire and an end to U.S. support of Israel in the Middle East conflict. We're live in San Francisco. Suzanne Fawn, ABC 7 News.
All right, Suzanne, thanks very much. And earlier today, President Biden had some strong words about Russian President Vladimir Putin, calling him an SOB. He spoke to a gathering of wealthy donors, saying we always have to be worried about a nuclear conflict because of crazy Putin. And Biden made a jab at Donald Trump for comparing himself and his legal woes to the prosecution of Alexei Navalny, who died in a Russian prison. Biden saying, quote, "You got to prevent this other guy from being president."